Mi gente, what's up? Hello, bienvenidos. You are watching another episode, otro episodio de Hoy en Día TV. I am your host, Yessi Rodriguez. Que día tan lindo, beautiful autumn day, because it was a little chilly over here, but the sun was still shining, right? Shining sun, yeah. I'm going to bring up my co-host, Manny Morales. Welcome to the stage, Manny.
Bendiciones, bendiciones, mi gente. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing?
What up, what up?
Hey, mama.
How are you? ¿Cómo está?
I'm fighting this cold. This cold don't want to go away. Like, I'll wake up feeling fine, and then by the time I get off of work, I'm like, I'm dragged.
Really? Oh, bendito. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I know you hear it in my voice. Like, it doesn't want to go away. It doesn't. I don't know.
You know what's super dope for that? Like to clear that, the Ricolas, they're like the honey, and it has the like a menthol, and it as on the inside of the actual cough drop. Oh, like it's tasty, like to just like candy, but it's tasty because it helps you out too, and it's all natural. So I recommend those.
Okay, I'm gonna try them.
And they're a little expensive though, because they're like the bougie candy. So, but they work. They work. That's what matters.
I knew it. The bougie is coming out. I knew it.
That's right. Hey, it's about quality, not quantity.
Yeah, my uncle used to eat Halls like Skittles. Like he'd have a bag of, and he wouldn't be sick. He'll just eat Halls. I didn't understand, but now I understand.
Pretty smart. That's
But
actually
it was definitely cold today. It was really cool. Got
Really?
cool this morning, then it was warm throughout the day. Then it got chilly this evening. Yeah, but yeah, fall is definitely coming around the corner, and Thanksgiving next week. What do you
so. Déjame preguntarte esto. Over there where you're at, how cold does it typically get? Like, what's the average coldness, especially around this time? Esta etapa, ¿de qué frío se pone?
Probably like in the 40s in the morning, and then it'll go up to like 65, 70.
Oh, wow.
Back down. Yeah. So yeah, typically the 40s in the morning when there's no sun. But the sun usually warms up the day. So it's not like where you're at. It doesn't snow. Trust me. There's no snow.
Well, so let me clarify. Over here where I'm at, it snows, but it's in the mountains over on the western side, where Helene affected all those communities.
Right.
Here, it does, like right now, the type of weather that you're describing for like your type of winter is happening now for us. I would say the coldest that it would get for us is about 40-ish on an average day. And it doesn't drop down too cold at night. So I guess it's like in between. But it doesn't get like below zero or anything like that. Thank God. Because
It does get cold up there, though, right?
Over here?
Yeah.
You said it gets cold?
Does it get that cold? I know it gets 20s.
Like, no. Not. I mean, since I've been here, I haven't really seen that type of weather. When I lived in Wisconsin, I saw that type of weather. That's the reason why I moved south, because I got sick and tired of the blizzards and shoveling and slushiness and black ice and all that shenanigans. I was like, you know what? Yo no tengo tiempo para esto. ¿Para qué está aquí shoveling esto? No, I'm good.
Everything always wet. Oh, I hated the snow when I was a kid. Sometimes.
And then the salt that they put on the floor that messes up with your, the ground floor messes up with your car and stuff. I'm like,
Right.
But hey, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, the holidays are coming up. We have Thanksgiving around the corner. We have Christmas, and we have the New Year. Any big plans?
No, actually, no. I am actually going to work the day after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Because it's extra money, so I need the money. But other than that, nothing big plan. My company gives us turkeys, and I had the one from last year sitting in my freezer, so I thawed it out, and I'm gonna smoke it. I've never had a smoked turkey before, so I've always had oven roasted. My mom always made the oven roasted. I never had a fried turkey before, so I'm gonna try the smoked first because I don't have like a big enough like something to fry the turkey.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try to see if I can make it work.
Okay, so when you say smoke, are you gonna do like old school, like how they do in Puerto Rico, where they make the hole in the piso, they put the longs, and then they like churn it and stuff like that?
No,
Your
I have a grill with a smoker.
face was hilarious. You're like,
This
no.
is the 1800s, lady.
Hey, I will say this: the way the world is going, we need to learn these skills again, porque uno nunca sabe.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm pretty savvy at all that stuff, and if not, I'll figure it out. So,
But what about you? What you doing? I know you got kiddos, so what's going on?
we're thinking about spending time with family for sure.
Okay.
And it's also my goddaughter's birthday, so I definitely got to show her some love.
All right.
And she's turning 3. Oh, so yeah. But other than that, I mean, that's about it. I mean, just relaxing for the weekend, and maybe I'll be able to catch up on like my gaming because I love gaming, like playing video games. And so I came across this dope video game called Far Cry 6, and it's super cool. Like I started playing it, I'm addicted. So
I thought you were going to say catch up on work. You said gaming. You're a
yes,
gamer.
I work all the time. My work mode is like 0. I need some like let's have some fun time because I work. Even though don't get me wrong, I love like what I do for work, but it's like I need a break from work. Like, can I like be a big kid and just start gaming? And I mean, I'm getting to the point, to be honest. Like my honey Raw, he was like, "Why don't you just start doing like one of those pages where people can subscribe to pay you playing video games?" And I'm like, you know what? That's smart. I think I'll do that.
What's it called? Twitch.
Twitch, that's what it is. And I'm like, you know what? Because the way I be playing, even he says it. He's like, I feel like I'm watching a movie. I'm like, right, that's how good I am.
Hey, look, the New York is definitely coming out of you. The way I be playing, yo.
Brooklyn, woo woo, Brooklyn in the house. Hey.
That is serious. Yeah,
I'm serious.
I'm not really doing anything for Christmas either. Or New Year's, to be honest with you. I need to catch up on my book. I need to start writing some more on the book. And the comic book novel. So I need to really catch up on that. And then I have to write a script for this the series. I have to start writing that. So I'm gonna be working more than likely.
So do you do it old school where you sit in front of a computer and type it out versus like voice to text where you're talking to the computer and the computer's typing it for you?
I thought about doing that, but I don't know. It didn't get that far. It just got to the thought process. That was it. I love typing. Like I'll sit in front of my computer and I'll turn on some old school jazz. Just like the no vocals, just the instruments.
Mm-hmm.
I can't write when like somebody's speaking. It just throws me off. So I have to listen to just instrumental. And I'll just sit there and play the movie in my head, and then I'll type it out. So,
wow,
yeah,
that's pretty cool though. That's interesting. Yeah, that's dope. So I know you and I are wearing some hats in honor of our 2 guests that we have today.
Amazing guests. I'll let you introduce senors.
Oh, me? I was gonna say, go ahead and introduce them, Manny.
You go for it.
Okay, well let me pull up the bio I have here on Facebook.
Got to come off the dome sometimes, freestyle. You know what I'm saying?
No, because I like what I write, and I want to make sure it comes out the way that I'm writing it. Yeah. Like similar to you, what you're writing, right? You like when you have a thought, you want to make sure it's like articulated correctly.
You're not really from New York. Y'all New Yorkers know how to freestyle, just off the dome. Yeah. Shout out to Rock because he's from Jersey. He can freestyle.
I'll remember that next time, Manny. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Rock. I know he can freestyle. Like, he's from Jersey.
But he's a rapper. He's a musician. Of course he can. He's been doing that since a kid.
All right.
And he's dope too. One day you should check him out. All right. Well, without further ado,
his music. I have it on my playlist. I have
Oh, do
that
you? Oh,
one.
dope. Okay. Dope. All right, so we have two amazing gentlemen that specialize in custom hats and accessories. So our guests from Georgia aren't strangers to the hot seat, spurs, and cowboy boots. I'm curious to know about the cowboy boots. So today we have two amazing gentlemen. Welcome to the stage, Doc and Terry Newsom from Slick Lidz. Welcome.
What's going
Thank you for
on?
having me. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for
Bienvenidos.
Thank you for being on our show.
Yeah, thank you for having us. I'm doing good. Doing good. Excited to be here. Let's
Good.
talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Hey, we're excited to have you.
Before we get into who Slick Lidz is, what are y'all doing for the holidays? I know y'all got some real good plan. We're boring people up here on the top. She wants the game, and I'm just gonna work. So, what do y'all got planned?
You can go ahead, Doc.
I'm probably going to go to my see my grandkids in Augusta. So I'm gonna go over there, chill out, eat, go to sleep, get back up, eat again, go back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And just spend some family time. So that's what I'll probably be doing.
You got grandkids?
Oh yeah.
Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
You look like you in your 30s, bro.
No, 49, 48.
Man, you good for your age, bro. I
Appreciate it.
In your 30s, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Oh. What about you, Mr. Newsom? Oh, he froze.
I mean, like I said, man, we were blessed we bought a house. We closed, I guess, about 2 months ago, month and a half ago. So we're really just kind of digging through boxes, trying to unpack. And at the same time, the wife is excited to have some family because we got a little bit more room. So I'm trying to put things together, trying to get things ready before they come.
Right.
I'm just getting to what we're going to do. But I too am a papa, so have a couple of grandkids over. Just eat like everybody else, I guess. I mean, but I'm just over the whole eating thing, man, to be honest with you. I'm just over that. I don't want no. I'd rather just, man, you can go give me some burger and the fries on Thanksgiving and I'm straight. All that, because I'm from the South. So, all that stuff cook, man, that's every day for us. I mean, so you can add a turkey in there, but ain't nobody eating the legs anyway. I mean, all that dry white meat, I don't want it, man. But for the most part, man, just enjoy family, you know what I mean? But all the eating thing, I don't like to eat and lay down, go to sleep. I don't like that. So I'll get out, do something, maybe do some fishing, get on the boat if the weather's nice and do some fishing.
Okay. Yeah, I feel the same way. I think the Thanksgiving dinner's like the big, like it's overrated, man. The only reason I got the turkey is because my company gives us one. And I've
right.
smoked one because I've never smoked a turkey before. So I was like, let me try my hand.
But good, man. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it out. I got a couple of seasonings that I'm gonna try out. I gotta season it up tonight and then throw it back in the freezer.
Yeah. Make sure you inject that joker though. Make sure you put that needle to him.
Yeah, I got one. Oh, he left.
Oh, we lost him. We lost him.
Doc has left the building.
That's Terry going. Doc's still here.
Doc's still here.
Spotlight's on you.
Hey, let's go.
So who is Doc? Tell us a little bit about Doc.
Yes, let's.
So what do you want to know about Doc? Like specifically?
Whatever you want to share about Doc. Who is Doc as a person?
I'm a country boy. I was born and raised in a town called Hampton, South Carolina. But I'm originally from a little small area called Camp Branch. You probably wouldn't even find it if you looked on the map. So I'm a South Carolina guy. I've always, I grew up hunting, fishing as a child. That's some of the things that the driving four-wheelers, that's kind of what I did. So went to school to Way Hampton, high school, going Way Hampton Red Devils. Well, now the Hurricanes. But country guy. I always loved fashion. Something that I always loved. Even as a little boy, I can remember picking up my own clothes. It's something like something that I love to do. Something that I always had a compensatory for. So that's something that just came to me easily. And so And that was an easy transition. So I moved from where I'm at, and I'm ended up coming to Hinesville, Georgia, because I met my wife on the job where I work at, which is Georgia Pacific. And at Georgia Pacific, I'm a performance capability leader in a power plant. So I'm just a supervisor over a team of guys who make electricity for the mill. We make toilet tissue. I've been working out there for 25 years. I've been working at that place. And so it has provided for me and my family. I enjoy the folk that I work with. And so that's kind of pretty much about me. It's not really a lot to uncover. And I'm a family guy, and I love spending time with my family. I have a huge family. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. I have probably about 6 or 7 aunts and uncles, and they have kids, and their kids have kids. So my family is big. You know, I have family probably pretty much in probably about 12, 15 states. You know, I have a real big family. So that's it about me.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Terry, you're back. Tell us a little about Terry. Who is Terry Newsome?
He's the one that keep getting kicked out the show, man. I don't know what's going on. Born in a little town. Let me talk real fast, so maybe I can stay in a little longer. I don't know what's wrong. But I am living out here in the woods, so the internet's not so good. But anyway, name's Terry Newsome. Been married 36 years. Got 3 boys, all grown men. Yeah, that get a hand out. Y'all don't know nobody married 36 years. I mean, so it's definitely a blessing. It's definitely a blessing. Got 3 boys. One's a tattooist in Texas. He's been doing it all his life since about 16. One's a construction worker in North Carolina, and the other one is he works at the Hyundai plant doing some kind of inspection about seats or something. I'm not sure what he does, but anyway, I got 3 grandkids. I got a little girl and 2 little boys. So I'm a papa. I really love life itself, man. I mean, life's a blessing. It's really been good to me. I don't have no sad story. I didn't grow up in the streets. I ain't never tasted alcohol before in my life. I ain't never pulled on no joint. I got a great story of redemption. I just been blessed all my life. So I can just say that God's been really good to me. Put me around a lot of good people. And really sold into me and paid for me. Other than that, man, just want to continue to do a great partner that really, embraced the vision that we have for Slick Lidz. Before we get into that, but for me, really just want to do something. A lot of when COVID hit, it really birthed a lot of entrepreneurship, and it showed you what was really inside of you. So you had to really start being innovative, and you really understood life ain't so easy when you depend on something else. So I kind of did that. That was something fun to do. I had my hands on a lot of things. I made records for a little while, gospel records for a while. Okay. I did that. I'm a sea captain. I'm a certified sea captain by the Coast Guard. Been that since about I did that in 2021, something like that. So I'm a certified sea captain. I love the water. So I'm trying to go fishing this weekend. We Slick Lidz somewhere. But for the most part, man, just a regular old country boy.
Oh, we lost him again. Oh, what happened?
He going out. Unlike Terry Newsome, I have tasted devil's elixir, and I've also hit the joint a couple times back in the day. But that, and the God has still blessed me.
Right.
I feel you. Yeah. So how did Slick Lidz begin? Because I know Terry was probably about to get into that.
Terry initially birthed it. So Terry started he came up with, I think Jenny was like Terry buying hats, and Jenny was like, I don't want to tell the story, but I think Jenny was like, his wife was like, Terry, I think you can make those hats. And here comes Terry right now to tell his own story, and then I'll tell you where I came from. Terry,
Man,
they want to know how Slick Lidz was birthed. I was about to tell them, but here you are. So let's get to it. Don't say nothing but birth.
Right, and go. You're gonna laugh at this. Slick Lidz was just bought a hat. I bought a hat much like the one that I have on. Much well, it kind of it's a shameless plug right now. But we bought a hat. I bought a hat. And I used to love any kind of hats, but fedoras, and they're pretty for a good hat. They're pretty expensive. So and I paid pretty good money for it, and everywhere I went, people liked it. Well, my wife said, I think you can make those hats because I want to buy another color, but they were so expensive. So I said I can make them. But anyway, she's real frugal and she's real smart and ingenuitive and all that, and she kind of figured out how the way to get some blanks, so to speak. Got some blanks. I made a hat, painted it. We were all sitting down trying to make bands, all that in the room, and we sat down and. Long story short, man, just got tired of paying a lot of money for some good quality. I mean, quality is worth paying for, but you don't have to pay the prices that I won't name the brands, but I will tell you this. A lot of the things that are made because the brand is more expensive, not because of the quality. So we've committed ourselves to really pushing the brand name because I put our quality against any hat that you see on the market. I don't want to name anybody and make nobody mad and that, but any hat that's on the market, because I know where they come from, what they're made out of, and we do the exact same thing with silk lining, with the 100% Australian wool, the whole nine. But one day I was walking through after I made the hat, and I was just playing. And my wife asked me, and she said, what's the name of him? And I said, Slick Lidz. And I was just joking. I wasn't even trying to. So I wish I had a deep name. I wish I had a deep meaning or something, but I don't. I was just, I'm a jokester, so I was just playing. And when it came out, it stuck. So, and that's been the name. Even the logo, the logo was a mistake. I took the camera, took a picture of me up like this, and my head was tilted. My wife took it again and she reversed it, made it a cartoon image, and that became the logo. So I wish I had a better story for y'all, but
it's perfect though. Like that logo is perfect, bro. It's amazing.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you. So we've been just really fortunate, man.
Yeah.
That is so dope. I love it. Yeah. I love it. And that's how you know it was God's name. Even though you feel a mistake, there's no mistake. This is exactly how it was supposed to be executed.
Oh, that's right.
That's beautiful. So how do you and Doc meet and join? What happened there? What's your story behind that?
Well, I mean, honestly, you meet in certain places. You either meet them in gym, church, restaurant. Neither one of us are clubbers or anything like that. So I was a praise and worship leader at the church he was going to. And being honest with you, how can I say it's nice? Everybody, we dressed a little different then. Even then, we dressed pretty much like we dress right now. Everybody else had on, not everybody, but a lot of people had on a red shoe with the red socks, with the red pants, with the red vest, with the red shirt, with the red tie, and the red hat. I mean, it just was a little bit too much red for me. I mean, it was matchy, and that just wasn't my thing. So I saw him in the audience a few times, and bow tie, real debonair, clean cut, dressed a lot like I did. So, but a mutual friend, we both had a friend that we knew, and it was so funny to not be long with it, but it was so funny. His friend introduced me to him, and Doc act like he said, "Yeah, you all right, man? What's up?" He didn't even really look at me. he didn't really. He ain't that dude that like warm up to people really quick. So he won't really. What's up, man? He didn't even really say nothing.
Yeah, I noticed when I first met y'all. Doc was really quiet. You were the one that was actually, out there speaking to the people. Doc was kind of behind the scenes. But
he ain't quiet, so
Sure. But like when you got to really talk to people, and I'm not saying sell your brand, but you have to sell it. It can get intimidating, especially when you hear a lot of no's. But you have to take the good with the bad. And I had to learn that myself. Selling books, but like y'all got some amazing hats. Like when I first met you, Mr. Newsom,
Thank you, man.
I thought you were intimidating. Like just your stature, just you. I was like, you can't come sideways with this man. You got to come correct. You know what I'm saying? But then when you spoke to me, I was like, oh, this guy's cool, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know what it is. I've been told that before. I mean, honestly, when I graduated high school, I weighed 155 pounds, right? I was 6 foot. So y'all know that's a thin little dude. And I was bullied a lot. I was really bullied, But what was funny was I had my dad had really instilled a lot of pride and stuff in me, man. So even, I still thought I was like Mr. Smooth and cool. Well, I went into the Army. When I got in the Army, I put weight on. I graduated basic training, weighing a 193. Well, in my mind, I was still 155. You know what I mean? So when people came up to me, my voice is a little heavy, from singing or whatever. So my voice is heavy. Now I'm 200 and some pounds. I'm 6'1", and I'm still acting like I'm 155. So it's kind of like so I never knew what intimidation was until I had to catch myself one day, and I remembered that I'm 6'1", 220. That's not no small guy. So I had to kind of doubt, and my personality, I'm real loud. So kids are kind of scared of me at first, so I have to be goofy a lot to make them calm down. So but no, man. I mean, but I am that other guy too, though. And Doc can tell you that. I'm that guy, man. Don't come at me crazy now. I'm a country boy, so don't play. I mean, so
of course, y'all country boys are tough. Y'all are tough. I give y'all that.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah.
So the different styles and designs that you come up with, how do you get those visions? What inspires you or motivates you to create certain styles and accessories?
Man, that's a great question. That's a beautiful question. I'll let Doc chime in when he wants, but honestly, for me, I'm the conservative one of the two. Doc is the guy he wants all the bells and whistles on a hat, from a feather, a big feather, to a band, to if you got a red hat, put a brown band on it. I'm that guy that as much as I can create that stuff, I'm pretty basic when it comes to hat wear. I mean, I won't mind pretty much the classic fedora is my favorite one to wear, whatever color it is. And that's my favorite go-to. What I'm inspired by, I just feel like for those gentlemen that need a clean cut look, that classic fedora is what they want. For a guy that want to put on some Chelsea boots or some boots and some jeans, with maybe a blazer, or either dial it down with a long jacket or something, then he wants something a little more expressive. So and honestly, most of the clients that we get, they send pictures to me either of their boots or how they dress, and that's all I need. I can see by the way that you kind of, whatever your swag is how the hat is going to kind of lay on you. So but I'm inspired by a lot of things. I love color. So sometimes I go in a little studio that we make the hats in, and I see a certain color, and that gives me inspiration. I put colors together. And Doc will tell you, we talk a lot about fashion all the time. Sometimes it's kind of strange. I mean, it's kind of weird that we talk about when we see. I mean, if a guy walk up to us and we at an event, if he ain't got a hanky square or something, I go give him one, and hey man, you missing some stuff, brother. So
yeah,
I mean, we've always kind of been that way.
I love it.
Okay, Doc. Well, how about you?
For me, Terry's right. I like. I'm very flamboyant with my with my hat choice. I guess I like a lot of color. I put on some leopard pants. I'm gonna do a lot of wild stuff. Because that's what I like. I always tell the story. I said, if you're walking down the street and you saw a crow, you probably wouldn't pay too much attention to it. But if you saw a peacock walking down the street, that's gonna really kind of turn your head. You're gonna be like, what's that peacock doing in the middle of the street? And so, when you got the strut, you got the strut. So I really, I'm not really quiet, but I am reserved, right? Terry is more the You know what I'm saying? But I speak a lot with my clothes, right? And so I just like fashion. I see colors real well. That's something that I like to do. I can, it's easy for me to see something real quick and boom, boom, put it together. It's kind of how my brain thinks, right? If somebody comes up and say, what goes to this, I mean, immediately I'm already pretty much my computer in my head is already. I done broke it down. You know what I mean? I done broke them down before they even come to me. I kind of know where I want to put on them. And so, fashion has always been something that I'm drawn to. I don't know I can't explain it. It's just something that's in you. And, I used to think that like people would ask me, did my wife dress me? And I thought it was kind of strange. I'm like, why would somebody ask me if my wife dressed me? Right. I didn't really understand that until I understood it. And I was like, oh, most men can't dress. To be honest with you, I mean, a lot of men can't put this stuff together. And so, when Terry came up with the idea of Slick Lidz and, being that he and I were best friends, that I immediately wanted to support it. So, I bought into the business because I saw the vision and I felt that, he and I together could take this vision where it needs to be. And so one of the staples that we do, we never try to not dress when we have an event, right? We never try. That's one of our calling cards. We try to make sure that we want to at least be the two best dressed people in the room, right? Every now and then somebody might come in and be close, but no cigars as of yet. So fashion is just what it is. We know it's subjective, and somebody might think what we wear is whack, and that's cool. But me and Terry, it doesn't bruise our egos. Both of us are alpha males, he and I, and so I think that's why it works, right? Both of us have very, confident, very strong personalities, and so his Terry is loud. You know what I'm saying? I'm quiet, but I'm strong. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a different. It works for us, right? It's a good mix, and it makes for a good friendship. Yeah.
Doc, I'm really glad you brought that up because having the right business partner with just different things that you do in general, and even not in business, but just different projects or tasks, etc. Having the right person there is very important. And so for you two, and you acknowledging that you are both alpha males, how do you make it work where you respectfully, like, let's say if there's a disagreement, you respectfully agree to disagree? Because a lot of people, I find that they have a challenge with that. Like they don't really know how to respectfully disagree. How do you all deal with that?
Terry and I, we know when we go, we'll back down. We already know, like we know when we go, let's go ahead and talk about, let's get something to eat. Like, cause we already know, we realize if it's getting to a point where we about to turn into some gorillas, we know how to draw the line with each other. And so we back off and then we'll apologize and say, bro, I apologize, man, if I did something, my bad, man. And we get it right. We don't keep it because we understand who we are. And so it's not, we don't always agree, but sometimes we'll go back and say, you know what, man, that was good. That was a good idea, man. I missed that. Oh, I didn't see that. And so to be able to be humble enough to know when you make a mistake, to say, or you overlook something, or you didn't see it at the time, that's what's going to make the business work, right? You can't have an ego to the point where you can't receive anything. If you can't receive, then the business can't go anywhere because we're trying to grow the brand. This is not about me. This is not about him. It's about the brand.
Yeah.
I love it.
He kind of summed all up. I just got to say that I think we've been friends now, 20 years, Doc? 20 years? And I can't remember a time that, being two strong personalities that who we are, man, listen, there are some people in your life that you need to fight for. And what I mean by that is, I'm 55. So I don't want too many more friends. I ain't trying to sound like I'm a mean guy, but my friend list is kind of checked. That's all I got, like one. You looking at him, right? That's it. I'm good. I got people that I really care about. I got people that are really good people, but I am going to do whatever it takes to make sure that I cultivate this relationship because I want this one. So I don't know what else to tell you. When you really have somebody that you care about. And really got your back, really understand and embrace the vision that you embrace. I mean, relationships worth fighting for. All of them aren't. I mean, I think we fight too much to try to keep ones that we don't need. So when you see someone that you know is there for you, it saw you in your worst times and your best times, those are the ones you need to really take mindful of. Just fight for those relationships. We give up too quick on people because we disagree. You're not supposed to agree about everything. That's crazy. Relationship ain't about agreeing. To me, relationship is about compromise. What am I willing to do to make him stay in my life? Hey, man, my bad, bro. That's me. That's me, bro. I'll let that ride. It ain't worth none of the rest of that stuff. I'll go get something to eat. You know what I mean? So we straight. It's just that simple, man.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I love it.
Every time I see y'all guys, I feel that energy. Like I feel that y'all just click, like y'all just come together like this. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like there's no really, tense or negative energy when every time I see you guys. It's like it's just amazing. Like every time I step in the room and y'all are there, it's like, oh yeah, they're here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're here. When I seen y'all at Orlando, I was excited. I was like, oh, because I knew that y'all were designers, so I was like, I want to see what they got. They had some amazing stuff. Amazing stuff.
So man,
Oh, go ahead, Doc.
So Manny, so you said you walked in the room, you said you like they're there. That's how you felt?
Right. Yeah.
We totally nailed it. Go ahead, ma'am. You go ahead.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, they here. Yeah. Because y'all just bring that energy, man. Like y'all aren't really hype, but just the energy that y'all bring to the atmosphere is it's amazing. Like I feel that energy. You know what I'm saying?
We appreciate it, man. I think the key is just to be natural. Be I'm just an old regular country boy that like to dress up. Ain't nothing. I ain't trying to be cool. I don't strut in the room trying to get no attention. I put my clothes on, walk in the room, and what it is what it is. Right. And to me, good vibes mean, man, I'm cool with whoever walk in the room. I mean, I'll let you judge if I'm clean or not. Right. I'll let you do that. I don't say anything about what I have on. I don't try to flaunt that. We just go in and be natural, be good to people, man. I just wish we could can we just be cool with people? Just speak. Right. Can we speak to our waiters and waitresses? Can we speak to them? The people that work at McDonald's, can we say, hey, how you doing today? Just be cool with people, man. That's what people need. People just need to be, people want to know that they exist, that they're somebody. So just be cool with people, man. You ain't got to put no front on because you cool. You ain't cool if you're trying to be cool.
That part, yes, good point, Terry. Manny mentioned that you all have a lot of amazing, other than Lidz, of course, other accessories. So tell us a little bit about what other products you all have within the brand.
We grew the brand so much that we had to dial it back down. At first, when we first got the brand, it was amazing. Everything you can name, I was trying to. I probably got some screwdrivers with Slick Lidz on it. But no, I mean, hey man, I just wanted to get whatever Slick Lidz could get. But no, initially we were really big into bags. Of course, we had hats, but we're into like man bags. We were into jewelry. We still are in the jewelry. We're in the what was it, Doc?
The tote bags, like the
backpacks.
Yeah, backpacks. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a big, but everything we've ever done was bigger than life. So that backpack was a huge leather backpack with a lion head on the back. So because I think it's being bold, strong, and confident. So no matter where we are, that's our statement. So we're not going to give you anything that looks like the cliche or the regular, whatever it is. So we had bags, but right now, currently, we're big on beads because that's part of the fedora culture, the beads stuff. The wood watches we love our wood watches. We just launched a new branch of wood watch that's probably, I think, one of the best looking wood watches that I've seen. So check out our wood watches. Our socks. Our sock, believe it or not, your sock game has to be right if you're trying to dress. It's one of those things where when you Get your pants, fellas. When you get your pants hemmed just right, when you walk, you'll see that fly sock shine through. When you sit down, I tell the guys, man, your socks are a statement. If you ever see a guy that's really well dressed, his sock game is going to be solid. So we decided early on in the company to get us a good sock company that we can actually choose some good patterns for. He and I both, Doc and I both love florals, so flowers are everywhere. But then I dialed it back a little bit with some argyle that looks a lot like that everyday businessman sock with a bunch of colors in it. So socks, beads, jewelry, anything that embraces the culture of a fedora is what we have. You name it, we got it.
Wow.
Necklaces, big stuff, big bold stuff. So, yeah.
So the holidays are coming up, and I'm sure people want to know where they can find you. Do you all have a website or what social media pages you have that if they want to order something or see what you have available, they can grab it from you?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's easy to follow us. It's Slick Lidz. SLICKLIDZ _ and Slick Lidz 1, SLICKLIDZ #1. That's what you want to follow us on IG, Facebook, TikTok, and on our social media platforms. As far as our website is concerned, it's slicklidz.company.site. Next year, I'm just going to go slicklidz.com. I don't know why we got all that. I don't know. We first started it, so it kind of stuck that with all that. But slicklidz.company.site. That's a lot to say for people now. So I think at the time, Slick Lidz was taken or something. .com. I don't know, but we'll try to see if we can get that. But that's it. And of course, just a shameless plug again. We do a lot of custom work. So I would love to make you a hat. I would love to make you one. Where you from? Where your roots at? In New York?
I'm from Puerto Rico. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm Boricua.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, born in Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah, Brooklyn. I'll say so that means
we're Brooklyn at. Hey, we're Brooklyn at.
Oh, really?
You got them started.
But what I would love to do that for you. I could throw the Puerto Rican sign on there for you. We can do anything. Just after the show. After the show, give me a color that you like. You can, however we're gonna do it, we can do it before we get offline. Give me a color, and I'll go from there. And I'll make you a fly hat, man. It'll really be nice, and I'd love to do that for you. So
I would love that. That would be dope. And I will say this: fedoras. I think even on a woman, like when I put a fedora hat on, I feel great. So, and I notice a lot of women don't wear fedora hats. Like they think it's just for men, but I think it's a unisex thing. Like personally, me, fedoras are unisex.
Right, man. It gives you very much so.
Yeah. It just gives you a different sense of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like it just makes you feel more for me, it makes me feel more confident.
Bold, strong, confident.
Right. Exactly. And it just makes you feel like, I'm the shit right now, so you just gotta look at me. You know what I'm saying?
You said it, bro.
Exactly.
I mean, when I started this company, when we started doing this whole thing, I really got into the history of the fedora. But I've been really long with you. I talk a lot. But the history of the fedora itself. If you go back and look at all the movies, the old movies, there was never anyone walking around without one. Women always had hats on, and guys always had fedoras in the field, at work, at home. It was a sign of hard work and respect, and it still resembles that today. So, honestly, I want us to really get back to when we step out with our lady or we get out and do something. We want to really have a nice time that we put on something that kind of represents us being classy and respectful. And I'm not knocking this, you guys. I know you guys got baseball caps on, but I'm 55 years old, right? I know it. But listen to me. I'm 55. I don't want to wear a baseball cap every time I go somewhere. And we saw this at every function we went to. The lady had on a black dress with some red bottom heels. The guy walked in with some starched jeans, a polo shirt, and a baseball cap.
Wow.
And then would put on a blazer and like he think that's it. And it's not. You're not matching your lady, bruh.
That
So
part.
it's I mean, I don't know. Our lady wants to be taken out. She also wants to show her man off as well that he's well dressed. So that's something else that we also do. We do consultations all the time. We FaceTime people in stores and we tell them what we think would work better for them. We have a seamstress here in town that we send them to. You don't have to spend a lot of money to make it look like it's been, cut down for you. You can buy you a pretty reasonable suit, take it to a good seamstress and get it fitted to you, and that thing look like new money. So I stopped buying all those really expensive suits and started buying some suits. I'd rather buy 5 suits than one suit that costs $1,000. I just rather do that. I mean,
Right.
everybody has their preference, but I'd rather have 5 of those and get them cut down. And every time we go somewhere, everybody asks us, do we make clothes? No. We just take to the seamstress, get them cut down a little bit, cut it under the arms and down at the legs. Doc like his a little higher crop than I do because they like his sock game to be right. So,
Right.
but
That is
it works.
awesome.
Yeah, but it
Yes, I
works.
love it. Manny, what questions do you have? I feel like I'm hogging them up like I usually do.
I'm just, this is the coolest episode ever, to be honest with you. Like,
Thank you,
y'all are
man.
just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so down to earth, man. Like, I just love country. I don't want to say I love country guys because that sounds weird, but just people.
No,
that
don't,
are
man.
in the
It's all
country,
right.
It's like,
Where you from, man?
y'all are
Where you
just so
from?
laid back, man. I'm from Philadelphia. I'm born and
Okay, I
raised.
got you.
On the playground is where I spend most of my day. And then I moved when I was 13. I moved to Virginia, and I stayed there for pretty much all my life. And I moved here 5 years ago. So, I'm from the city, but my father passed away about 5 years ago. But he was a country, like he loved the country. He listened to country music. Just everywhere we went, it was country music 24/7. 24/7. All types of music. All
Well,
types of country.
we're
Willie
definitely into the, when Beyonce did her thing with this whole, this transcending the culture, we jumped on the wagon. But what people keep forgetting is we used to, as a people, we always wore cowboy hats. It's nothing unusual. We're just getting back to our roots. So we have a good brand, a strong brand of cowboy hats as well. We love those cowboy hats. We do a lot of that, especially with our guys out here in the country with the riding horses and the fraternities love cowboy hats. I mean, we do all kind of custom fedoras. So when we jumped on that train, it really took off for us as well. So we've been really blessed with vision, with people like yourselves that that really want to recognize us. So I just want to say thank you again for you guys just having us, man. It's really it's an honor to be on a platform where people just want to be interested in what you do. So thank you for having us.
Right. Yeah, definitely. You're welcome.
Our
man.
pleasure. We're happy to have you.
Definitely appreciate y'all being here. Yeah, I'm definitely. I think next year I'm definitely gonna get a cowboy hat. Like I've never bought cowboy boots or a cowboy hat, but I think I'm gonna do one so I can do a photo.
Man, you can do it, bro. I'm telling you.
I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
You can do anything you want. Yeah, it's all about confidence. I know she could do it. That lady from Brooklyn over there, I know she can do it.
I'm already thinking about it. Like, I want to really fly cowboy shoes with the stiletto pump, not the thick pump, the stiletto pump. I'm already thinking because I like designing too. I'll be honest with you. Me and my honey, we do designing and all that. So I have a bunch of ideas just floating. This is like
Hey man, and let Slick Lidz be part of your brand. When you do something like that, let us know, and I promise you we'll make something that'll be fly on you. I promise you we'll do it. Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Yes. I know, Doc, earlier you said that you are still trying to grow the brand and the vision. What is your ultimate vision? Either Terry or Doc or both of y'all want to collaborate on this answer, but what is the ultimate vision for Slick Lidz?
I mean, I think we probably share the same, goals, but I want to turn Slick Lidz into a multi-million-dollar corporation. And I think he and I are the two people who can do it. And it's, it's going to take time, but if we stay diligent and stay focused, we're gonna do it. There's no if. You know what I'm saying? It's just when. And so, I'm very confident in what we can do. We understand we only touching we in the areas that we've been in. We're probably only dealing with probably 2 states per. You know what I'm saying? Georgia and Florida, probably, and some South Carolina. So there's 50 other states in the world out there, and I know somebody wants to wear our brand, and so our vision is to continue to push it, continue to brand it more. We want to brand everything we have, and so if we can put our brand in front of enough people, and keep doing this and getting in the right doors, we're going to do it. So you guys going to hear about Slick Lidz, and you're going to say, "Oh man, we interviewed those guys," and we come back here and we can be like, "Yeah, we did what we said we were going to do." So that's the vision, and also to change. We got a lot of these young men out here who are pants hanging off, and they don't have any. To me, they think, I don't know what they think that is, but I really want them to see us and say, you know what, I want to dress like that. I want to be like that person, or I want to resemble what they look like, or what they stand for. And I think we don't have enough of that in the world. I mean, we need more men to stand up and bring that maturity, bring that type of style back to what we've lost. And so we gotten away from it, and so we got to get it back.
Right. Unfortunately, people are we are judged by how we look and how people view us. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying that however you are presenting yourself physically from the outside is how people are going to, perception is most people's truth. So if you're out there and you look in a certain way, you're going to get limited opportunity. You can try to change it all you want. It is what it is. So I'm still an old-fashioned guy that when I go into a job interview, I'm still wearing a bow tie. I'm still wearing some gray slacks with some brown shoes. I'm going to do that. And I still believe that it's a forgotten art. Young men need to know, man, listen, I'm a boss. Doc's a boss. I can give opportunity to whomever I choose. If a guy comes in and he's nervous and he's dressed right, I'm probably going to give him more of a chance than the guy coming in that knows all the answers, but he didn't care enough to show me that he wanted to really respect my time with how he looked. So we can either buck against that, and you can say, I don't care what people think. Well, I do. I care what people think, because honestly, I'm only where I am because people took the time to give me an opportunity.
Right.
I mean, and that's all people do is give you opportunity. We can't do anything else like you guys did with us tonight. So my vision for this company, I let Doc drive the money aspect of it all. And all I want to do is really give people a good, solid image of what a man supposed to look like. So I'm not saying I'm the prime example of a man, but I want to carry myself with great moral, great character, love family, love people, love God, and carry yourself like you love somebody. Just take care of people.
Right.
Absolutely. That's amazing.
We always say, yeah.
Dear, I'm so glad you said that, because I've spoken to Manny about this in past shows. Remember, I was telling you about people need to invest more time in how they look.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you invest time in how you look, you're telling me, similar to what Terry just said, you're telling me that you're taking yourself serious. If you just look like you rolled out of bed and you brush your teeth and you come in trying to go into a job interview or whatever, meet new people,
or whatever it is,
you really think that they're going to take you serious? Because you're not taking yourself seriously by taking care of you.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm telling you, if you don't, then I'm just not going to be in. I'm an operation manager at my job. So I have the ability to give opportunity. That's all I can do. I mean, so, but when you walk in the door and you act like you don't care about that opportunity, then I'm not going to be rude to you. I will go through the process, but you're probably not going to get this job, little guy. So,
right.
But to add to what you guys were saying, I went to court one time, and when I went to court, they thought that I was the lawyer. You know what I mean? Because when I went in, they said, "You the lawyer?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm here for court." So now you're looking at it by my appearance. They thought I was there to represent somebody,
Right.
and so I was there to represent myself. And so you have to dress in a certain way that people, and even when I came to get my documents, because I was dressed a certain way, The women move me up quick in the line. Say, sir, come up here. I mean, I can't help that. What I'm supposed to do? I'm going to accept it. I'm going to take it. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, I always remember this. One of my favorite scriptures says, given it shall be given, pressed down, good measure, shall men give into your bosom. Shall men. So God takes the hands of men. And if you're using people, and people are fickle, they're sometimey, they're not really that reliable, but what they are is very strong on their opinions. So what they see is what they want. So if you want that man to give unto you, you got to present yourself in a way that you're real receptive and you're easy to see and you're easy to talk to. So, and that's why we really take the time. We really take the time every gig to put our best foot forward when it comes to dress and attitude, customer service. I don't say my pleasure, but we give you great customer service.
Right, and they definitely do. Hey, look, when they come in to set up, they don't reveal what they got till the doors open. When the doors open, oh, they fly. Yeah, they sharp.
I love it. Yes. I want to give a big shout out to Mom. Mom is watching us. So, Mom, I love you too. Thank you.
Shout out to Mom.
Yes. Terry and Doc, in light of fashion, do you have a favorite era that you loved and appreciated, the type of fashion that it brought to light? Because I know fashion, it recycles, it comes back.
Right.
Do you have a certain that comes to mind that is one of your favorites? I know I have one in mind for me, but I want to let y'all share what y'all think. What's your favorite era of fashion would be?
I probably would say I would have to say the '60s when the plaids and stuff were in, because I like plaids. I like slim cut clothing, so I would have to go with that if I would say an era for me.
Okay, cool.
Man, he took my answer. I'm the same way. I saw some pictures of my father, him and my mom in an old photograph, and he had that skinny tie with them streamlined pants. He was just clean, man. So I have to say the '60s as well. When it came to music, my music era was '90s. I mean, but because music is a big part of culture. And even in that culture in the '90s, we was crazy. If you remember MC Hammer and all that stuff, but people then trying to be so fashionable that it was just, it's just a wild, crazy time. But for me, just like Doc, I like that slim fit. I did buy a couple bell bottom pants here recently. I'm gonna try to see if I can pull them off. I'm gonna see how that works.
Manny, how about you?
I just like the music and just the way that you couldn't leave the house looking crazy. The 50s, they always had hats on, like Mr. Newsom said. And you were always dressed like most of the time. Even if you were wearing a t-shirt, you had a hat on. If you were working in the field, you had a hat on. When you went out, you were sharp. You didn't leave your house unless you were sharp, and you dressed with your mate. Like, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Coordinated. These days, like, fashion is just gone. Like, people just hop out of bed and they're wearing pajamas and Crocs. Whoever made them Crocs, I hate those.
I agree.
I don't wear them either, but Hey, okay, y'all. So what year was Harlem Nights? That movie. What years was that in? Harlem Nights, the movie.
It was in the 50s, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Let me tell you.
That was like in the 50s or 40s, I think.
All I know is they were clean. That's all I'm gonna say.
They were clean.
So, they were clean.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Terry. I'm glad you brought that up, because that was actually the era that I was going to say, the Great Gatsby era. That was actually the Harlem Nights was in that era. And I love how they always dressed up in suits. And me, I love blinging stuff. Anything blingy, as you can see, I love. So the way they just exuded and their poise, and it was just... That would be me. 20s and 30s, the roaring 20s of the 30s.
Yeah, that's what that was. Yeah.
It was
I get it.
close to the 20s because it says in 1918 Harlem, small-time gambling operator Suge Ray is nearly killed by an
So
irate, unlucky gambler. So it was probably about the 20s.
okay, they were clean. That's all I know.
Oh,
And
yeah, they're clean.
I mean, what I really liked about that whole thing was the ladies and the men never went out unless they were tied up and cleaned up. So,
Right.
so if I had, I mean, I think during that time everything was kind of full cut. The jackets the pants were big, but the jackets were slimmed in, but they were long. It was about that suit look, but it was really clean still. Yeah.
Awesome. We've had an amazing conversation. Wow. And we can keep going and going and going, but I know we have to wrap it up. So we're going to transition over to our last minute words. All right, Manny, spotlight's on you. Lead us to the last minute words.
Okay, so like I usually say, never let the fear of failure overcome the righteousness of success. Don't let that fear that you might have, because the people around you are giving you doubts, or there's always negativity around you and you feel like you're never going to become anything, or that idea that you have is never going to become a success. I mean, look at these two guys. They met at, church, and God brought them together, put them in, their journey together in their path, and to make a beautiful company, and if God gave you that vision to be successful and have something successful, and I'm not saying wealthy, because success, I don't measure success in wealth. Success is how happy you are inside for being who you are, so don't fear. You have to take that first step. That's the hardest step to take. Trust me. I've been on this journey for almost 2 years, and this was the hardest step to ever take because I had them doubts. I was like, I'm never going to be a success at writing. Look, that picture behind me, I was author of the year for 2024 for Enterprise, 180 Life Enterprise magazine. So, that first step is the hardest one. Take it. You can find me on IG, Facebook, author Manny Morales, model page Manny1824. If you want an autographed copy of my book, just DM me and I will definitely mail them out to you. We got the Lovers Are Magic series coming soon, so look out for that. And that's it. I got a couple events coming up, but nothing for the end of the year. It's just quiet. Pretty much. What about you, Yessie? Oh no, you're last. Let's go with Doc. We'll go with Doc first. See what
I would like this. I guess I end with to tell people everybody has something in them, whatever it is, right? And everybody's not going to understand it or believe it sometimes of what you have in you, but it's a driving force, right? There's something, right? And regardless of who believes it, regardless of who understands it, pursue it.
Right.
And so I'm a believer in pursuing to something that I truly believe in, right? If God gives you something and it's in there, you got to see it through,
right?
Regardless of how crazy it sounds to people. There are some things, some goals that God had put in me, and I'm close. So I'm just gonna keep pushing until they come to fruition. And I would tell people, man, don't give up, man. Don't keep believing in the dream. I think sometimes that's what we forget, to remain childlike. I think sometimes because the kids dream and we become adults, we stop dreaming, right? We don't dream anymore. Just like that story, Peter Pan, right? He stopped dreaming and he couldn't fly, and so he had to get back to where he was at. And once he was able to get back to realizing he was Peter Pan, he was able to dream again. So I would say, don't stop dreaming, man. Keep pushing forward.
Right. Amen.
Awesome. Terry, Mr. Newsome, you are up.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I don't know why I'm going to say this, but I'm going to say this real fast. I believe that no one does anything great by themselves, but they do it with a great support system around them. But you have to be able to identify those people. I got a quick metaphor. It's very simple. Buzzards and eagles both soar high. But then from the distance, they look the same. But how you know them is one feeds off dead things and the other one feeds off living things. Be able to identify who those people are in your lives by what they feed you. If they're always talking about somebody, they're always saying you can't do it, then they are buzzards. If they're talking about, man, I believe in you, you can make it, I got you, there are eagles. Soar with the eagles. Don't have anyone around you that don't embrace what you want to do to be better. Identify those that are eating off the dead mess in your life. Get rid of those. It's going to hurt sometimes, but let it ride. They all look the same from the distance. But when you identify who they are, man, you become so much more successful when you got a great support system around you. So identify the folks that are around you and what they're feeding you, so you'll know the people that are around you that can help you grow the fastest.
Amen. That's
Beautiful. And remind the listeners and audience again, where can they find you and look at your amazing products?
Oh man, go to slicklidz.company.site. That's SLICKLIDZ. If you want to follow us on Instagram or Facebook and TikTok, it's SLICKLIDZ #1 or SLICKLIDZ _ Slick Lidz. You can put us in Google. We're going to come up. You're going to see a guy that look with a white beard, looks something like me, as a logo. So, man, we appreciate. I got to just say, I appreciate everyone. Appreciate you guys tonight for having us. This was absolutely wonderful, my man. Thank you for having us. Thank you for imparting into us, man. You don't know, everything that everybody does just launches us forward. It helps us do this thing we call life, and this dream that we have to make Slick Lidz a household name. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Our pleasure.
Yes.
And yes, I guess me, last but not least, right?
Yep.
My turn. Yes. So first I want to say thank you all, Doc and Mr. Newsom, for joining us here, Manny and I, for Oyandia TV. Manny, thank you for always being a great co-host. And thank you all, listeners, viewers, supporters, followers, etc. We appreciate you. This is why we do Oyandia TV. As a reminder, Oyandia TV is here to motivate, inspire, enlighten, educate, and of course, entertain, because I feel like we're a little funny here and there. We do a little bit of joking and whatnot. We want to make sure that you're not bored, right? But nevertheless, that is the goal. We aim to pour into you. In a world that's full of negativity, we need a beacon of light. And Oyandia is that beacon of light to help you think differently. But that is the challenge that I have for you today, is try to step outside of your box. Because sometimes we are so caught up in how we think. Take some time to listen to how other people think. And it's okay if you agree to disagree, similar to what Doc and Terry were saying, how they respect each other, right? You can agree to disagree respectfully. Because at the end of the day, people from different upbringings, we're all going to have different ways of thinking, and that's okay. Right. And so I say that to say this. Thank you all for our sponsors. I'm going to share our sponsor, Collective Wear, author Manny Morales, and Divine Beauty and Accessories. Here are their promos.
Sponsored by Collective Wear. Sponsored by author Manny Morales. Sponsored by Divine Beauty and Accessories. Watch Oyandia TV Thursdays, 7:30 p.m.
All right, and for you watching, if you want to be a sponsor on Oyandia TV, we have sponsor packages available. This is a worldwide platform. You find us here, obviously, IG, Facebook, YouTube. We're on Samsung Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Deezer, RSS. The list goes on. We are a worldwide platform. Also, everywhere. You can find me, Yessie Rodriguez, on Google, because I'm also a world-renowned, not to toot my horn, but I've invested enough in my career since age 11 with all the projects and amazing opportunities that I've been blessed with. Manny is also Googleable, so if you didn't know that, hey, go ahead and Google Manny. But overall, like I always say, don't let that Kármán line stop you. You remember what I mean by Kármán line? The sky is never the limit, because the galaxies, they are endless. Thank you all for tuning in to Oyandia TV. Until next time.
Adios.
Thank you.